So it kind of looks like Superman, the game, is going to be made by Rocksteady. Maybe. Sounds good. Superman's a hard character to do a game about. They've tried a few times. I think the closest to an enjoyable one was probably, if you remember, for the Super Nintendo, it was like Superman Doomsday, and it was like a brawler. Still not that great. We've had such amazing flops as Superman 64. Though, if you remember, for Xbox 360, there was Superman, based on Superman Returns, the Bryan Singer movie. Now, that game sucked too, but I remember, because I was a lot younger, playing that game and just zooming around the 3D city. Like, all I did was ever fly around. It's fun to swing around as Spider-Man. That was really it. The game itself was trash. So, no, we've never had a good one. I think if anybody could do it, though, Rocksteady, I think, given some time, might be able to do it. Let's see why Screen Rant thinks Rocksteady might be making one. New job postings from Rocksteady are causing further speculation about the video game developer's next project, which many believe to be an open-world Superman game. Rumors have been going around for years that Batman Arkham Asylum developer Rocksteady would eventually turn their attention from the Caped Crusader to the Man of Steel. Now, I do remember hearing that rumor a long time ago, but it seems like now there's some general evidence to back this up. Rocksteady revolutionized the superhero genre of video games with 2009's Batman Arkham Asylum, which is true, which was hit with critical acclaim. Its sequel, Batman Arkham City, received smaller praise upon its release in 2011. The third game in the series, Arkham Origins, was developed by WB Games Montreal, while Rocksteady spent 4 years working on the fourth and final installment. Arkham Knight was a major hit, but not in the same vein as Arkham Asylum or Arkham City. Rumor has it that Rocksteady is set to return to the comic book world with a game centered on Superman. That's true that Arkham Knight was not that good. That was definitely, well, it was okay, right? Like the first two, I mean, magic rarely strikes twice, 3 times, 4 times if you consider the one that they didn't make, right? Which one was that one? It was the one where it was around Christmas, right? Now that one was like, it was okay, but it's like more of the same. Arkham Knight put all of its eggs in the Batmobile basket, and that was how they had to do something to make the game different, I guess. I think it centered too much around the Batmobile. After running around in the Batmobile for 2 hours, it did get kind of, worthless. But it was the fastest way to get around. It made swinging and gliding, which was really the cornerstone of the previous 2 games, kind of weak. But anyway, I think, sometimes you need a fresh take on things. And I think that maybe if I could give anybody the benefit of the doubt on a Superman game, it would be Rocksteady. Rocksteady's official website lists 20 vacancies that need to be filled. According to the postings, applicants will work on a highly anticipated AAA title for next-generation platforms. So far, Rocksteady has been careful not to leave any clues as to what is currently in development. However, Rocksteady Games manager Jagdeep said on Twitter that fans will lose their mind when the next project is finally announced. The statement gave fuel to the rumors that Superman is Rocksteady's secret title. It could be. I do legitimately remember this, and they're going to talk about it in a minute, and saying fans will lose their minds. Yeah, Superman is pretty popular. He's one of my favorite comic book characters for sure. I like Superman a lot. And I think that if Rocksteady announces it, yeah, I think people will go crazy, especially if they can release it with a pretty cool teaser, right? I think that's kind of key. You need that cool teaser, and you need that drop. The long-standing rumors were brought back in May when details on the new game supposedly leaked by a 4chan user prior to 3, 2018. It was said that the game would be revealed at E3, but no announcement was made, which cast doubt on the alleged leak. Other details and artwork that emerged in the last few months have been proven to be fake. Fans were hoping that Rocksteady would make an official announcement at SDCC 2018, when the developer claimed that they wouldn't be ready to talk about the game for a while. There actually isn't a great deal of credible evidence that suggests they're developing one, but it's likely. It is likely. So you have, and they talk about Marvel's Spider-Man, right? So you've got Spider-Man doing great. That game is killing it, right? That game, I think, was the most best-selling exclusive that Sony's had, they announced the other day. And when you take in Superman's popularity, how well they did on the Batman games, I think that it is likely that this is true. I hope it's true. I would love to play an awesome Superman game, but how hard, think about how hard that'll be to make. You'd have to make a huge open world to really get the flight down, because he has to fly. You have to be able to display all his powers. And it's such a trick to make that game, because Superman is very overpowered. He is. And the best villains are the ones that challenge him, like mentally. That's why Lex Luthor is his greatest villain, because it's just, in a lot of ways, it's the pen versus the sword, right? And Superman's not stupid, but Lex Luthor is the smartest man on Earth, which was confirmed in Doomsday Clock recently. So it's a really tricky to see how this game will work. You really gotta, I don't know, because he literally should be able to just take everything down. Right now, you had the fighting game Injustice find reasons for it, and it worked for the game. But other than depowering him somehow, I'm not sure how this works. But I think if anybody can put it together, it definitely is Rocksteady. I'm willing to give them a shot at it, right? So anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Throw a like up if you joined the video. Hit the notification bell, subscribe. Check out my Patreon if you're enjoying my content. Link in the description. Follow me over on Twitch if you want to come hang out while I play some games once in a while. Link in the description. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.